Here are your General Hospital spoilers for Monday, September 22nd, 2025. When Anna and Dante see Lucas' stunned face after a crash victim is brought into the ER, they rush to the gurney only to see a man who looks exactly like Nathan West. His face may be covered with an oxygen mask, but it's hard for Dante to miss that this is his former partner and best friend. Or at least, that is who he looks like. Anna is not sure what to do, but she knows they need to get to the bottom of things. To that end, she tells Dante, Lucas, and Elizabeth to keep this under wraps until they know exactly what's going on. Britt doesn't yet know that a man who looks like her brother is at General Hospital, but she does get another surprise. Lulu shows up at her door to chat. Lulu is starting to realize she can't rule everything. Does that mean she is willing to let Rocco meet Britt? If so, that will certainly come as a shock to Dr. Westbourne. After spending more time with Cody and forgiving him for the whole silly Ava debacle, Molly has a confession to make. She tells Alexis that she's fallen for Cody, which shouldn't come as a surprise to Alexis at this point. It's certainly a surprise to Molly, who never thought she would have feelings for a man like Cody. Back at the Q stables, Brooklyn learns all about Outback as Cody laments not being able to keep a dog on the property. Brooklyn tells him that rules can always be changed. Will she fill him in on all the Annabelles who have passed through Monica's house over the years? Maybe it's time for a new Q pet after Monica's passing. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive. General Hospital spoilers indicate now that Nathan West and Britt Westbourne are back. Nina Reeves may forget about Willow Tate. Longtime fans of the show may recall that Nina and Nathan had a very special bond. Despite Nina's antics, Nathan was fiercely loyal to his adopted sister. And while they grew up as siblings, there was quite an age gap between them. Nathan was a lot like a son versus a little brother, even though this wasn't acknowledged as such. Nathan passed away in February 2018 after being shot by his biological father, Cesar Faison, and Nina's missing daughter storyline began to emerge later that year. Sasha Corbin debuted in September 2018, and while she didn't end up being Nina's true child, over time, the woman forgave Sasha's con and became a mom figure to the girl. Still, this deception from both Sasha and Valentine Cassadine ignited a passion within Nina to find her real bio-daughter, which eventually led her on a path to learn that Nell Benson was her long-lost offspring. But no, wait. Then it turned out that Willow was her daughter too, as Nina had twins. Gotta love the land of soaps, right? Since learning this revelation, Nina has been obsessed with building a mother-daughter bond with Willow. Nina yearned to be a mother, and while she became a mother figure to Sasha and Charlotte Cassadine, it wasn't exactly the same as being a real mom to a child of her own. Nina eventually succeeded in building a true relationship with Willow. However, lies and Drew Kane have torn the women apart. With that said, did a bit of Nina's daughter obsession stem from losing Nathan? Could she have wanted to fill a void after his demise? What happens now that he's returned? In many ways, Nina lost her family in Port Charles after Britt was thought to be gone too. She, Britt, and Maxie Jones had this cute little familiar trio that would often share fun girl bonding scenes. In addition, Nina's Aunt Liesl Obrecht fell off the canvas shortly after her daughter's passing, and once she saved Willow's life via that bone marrow transplant, the doctor became MIA. Since Nina has turned her attention to Willow, along with Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos, Nina has made it her life's mission to keep the three of them happy, at any cost. Nina has done some cray-cray things in the past for Willow, but since the truth came out about her affair with Drew, their relationship has gone south. Nina has desperately asked for Willow's forgiveness, but Willow has closed the door to any type of interaction with Nina. This week's GH preview shows a very emotional Nina at a hospital bedside, which is sure to be Nathan's, so now that she has her baby brother back, will she divert her attention away from Willow? At this point, Nina doesn't only have Nathan back, but Brit's in the Port Charles picture, as well as Liesl. While there is conflict between Liesl and Brit, it's natural to assume that Nina will do all she can to play peacemaker and smooth things over between the mom and daughter. She may play up on the fact that her daughter can't stand her and urge the ladies to cherish this second chance. As of this writing, Nathan is still unconscious, so it's hard to know the role he'll play in all this. Still, whether he has amnesia or is someone else pretending to be Nathan, looking at you, Peter August, Nina will still be more preoccupied with Brit and her little brother to even care about Willow's antics anymore, especially when it comes to Nathan's recovery. General Hospital spoilers hint that Willow is dealing with some mental health issues, so once she realizes her mom doesn't care about what she does anymore, could this cause her to spiral even more than she has? General Hospital spoilers reveal that we have to ask, are Jason Morgan and Brit Westbourne marriage material? Could this duo be on the long road to wedding bells? When Brit kicked off her latest return stint, she was immediately thrown into a storyline with Jason. There's a reason why Jason saw Brit at the airport and not some other GH character from her past. It's easy to see that Brit and Jason are destined for couple status. It's just a matter of how deep this romance will go and how long it'll actually last. Brit has a feisty personality and a sharp sense of humor, so she's going to be quite the handful for a calm guy like Jason. Some might say Jason and Brit's personalities aren't suited for each other, but others might feel like it's an opposites attract situation where they balance each other out. Regardless, Brit and Jason are clearly gearing up for a love story, so we might as well speculate on how far GH writers will take it. Could Jason and Brit actually be destined for the altar? It's going to take some time for Brit to let her walls down with Jason again, but he's already chipping away at her resolve. There'll eventually be a big moment when Brit surrenders to her growing feelings for Jason. Jason came to Brit's rescue at the Five Poppies Resort and cares deeply for her. Brit doesn't like coming in second to Carly Spencer and her crew, but maybe Jason could make Brit the true queen of his heart and prove it. Whatever the case, it's interesting to think about Brit and Jason's long-term future. If Jason and Brit find success as a pairing and prove popular with fans, they might become marriage material in the end. Could you imagine Brit becoming Jason's bride somewhere down the line? Could Jason marry Brit in a soapy wedding that's worth tuning in for? General Hospital spoilers say Brit and Jason's lives will undergo some romantic updates in the coming months, so we'll bring you more news on what's next. General Hospital's Drew Kane has been spiraling for months, and viewers hoping he'd find redemption after being shot twice in the back are about to be disappointed. Instead of a kinder, gentler Drew emerging from unconsciousness, he moved further into the darkness. Drew's next move is so heinous and extreme that even his portrayer, Cameron Matheson, admitted to being stunned about it when he read the script for the first time. In a new interview with Soaps, General Hospital's Cameron Matheson didn't mince words about how low Drew has sunk. Laughing at the irony, the actor admitted, "It's so horrible, it's just awful." What he's referring to is Drew's decision to prevent Danny from spending time with Scout following Monica's death, a choice that not only hurts his daughter but inflicts unnecessary pain on Jason through Danny. Matheson explained that Drew rationalized the cruelty as a way of striking back at his brother. In his mind, Jason has long been celebrated as the pride of the Quartermaines, despite his violent lifestyle. Drew has so much animosity and hatred toward Jason, who is out there literally killing people and is still thought of as a hero, Matheson said. Jason always had the Quartermains thinking he's the golden child. Meanwhile, he's a hitman. He kills people for a living. The hypocrisy eats at Drew, who has felt perpetually overshadowed by Jason on General Hospital. But even with that resentment, Matheson admitted this move crossed a line that surprised even him. After months of questionable choices, it represented an escalation that's both shocking and, in Drew's mind, deeply personal. While Jason is the immediate target of Drew's vengeance, Matheson pointed out that Monica's passing has also left Drew emotionally raw and vulnerable. The actor noted that Monica may not have raised Drew, but she embraced him as her son, and he returned the love by calling her Mom. Their bond was an anchor for Drew, one that made her loss especially devastating. Monica's death is incredibly traumatizing for him, the General Hospital star explained, adding that the two had grown distant in recent years. As time went on and Drew sort of went down his own path, that was hard on Drew, and they never got a chance to reconcile before her death. That unresolved grief now fuels his self-destructive decisions. Instead of honoring Monica's memory, Drew is lashing out at those closest to him, channeling his pain into hostility, especially toward Jason. If viewers thought this shocking move toward Danny is Drew's rock bottom, Matheson warned otherwise. The actor teased that this act is only the beginning of a far darker chapter. General Hospital's Drew, he hinted, has more vindictive plays coming, and they may leave him with dangerous enemies ready to strike back. As Matheson put it, Drew is making choices so nasty he may need to watch his back, because in Port Charles, payback is never far away. The General Hospital preview for the week of September 22nd hints an emotional week is in store. As word of Monica Quartermain's also coming up, Nina Reeves will marvel at another miracle. Plus, Britt Westbourne will receive a cryptic note, and Tracy Quartermain will get a mysterious visitor, played by Erica Slezak. GH spoilers tease Britt will look frightened in her room at Bobby's as she looks down at a note. "Don't forget to take your medication," it says. But who has left the note for Britt? And should she be worried? At the hospital, Dante Falconeri will be stunned as he glances at a man who looks identical to Nathan West. Nathan will remain unresponsive, with an oxygen mask over his face. He'll also be surrounded by Anna Devane and Lucas Jones. The preview also shows a teary-eyed but happy Nina sitting bedside and speaking to someone. So, she'll be thrilled that her cousin is back. Meanwhile, Tracy will walk into the Quartermain family mausoleum, only to find a stranger there. Finally, Lucy Coe will be upset when she arrives at the Quartermain mansion and finds out that Monica has died. Then Port Charles residents will gather for her funeral. During the service, someone will walk in and interrupt. Laura Collins and Jason Morgan will be taken aback as they turn around to see who it is. So, will it be the mysterious woman Tracy encountered? At any rate, it looks like a great week is coming up. Keep reading the Soap Scoop for more General Hospital spoilers and news, and make sure you join our free GH Facebook group. General Hospital spoilers update for week of September 22 to 26 reveals that Caesar Faison's dirty work will be suspected, while Liesl Obrecht gets thrown a Nathan West curveball. Trina Robinson will also launch an interrogation, so let's talk about what's coming up in Port Charles. After Molly Lansing Davis reflects on her feelings for Cody Bell, she'll get Alexis Davis advice on what to do about them. Alexis may think Molly needs to trust her heart and let herself fall for Cody, since it's happening anyway. Over with Lulu Spencer, she'll reach out to Tracy Quartermain and check on her in the aftermath of Monica Quartermain's passing. Meanwhile, Nathan's hospital admittance will bring more questions, but Anna Devane will try to hide this news from the public while she investigates along with Dante Falconeri and Harrison Chase. Of course, Nathan's loved ones will still need to be informed, so Liesl will reel over her deceased son showing up alive, just like Britt Westbourne did recently. Anna will feel like there has been a connection here, so she'll suspect Faison's dirty work. Whether Faison is still alive or not, Anna will think he's somehow tied to his children surviving when so many people thought they were gone for good. Anna will bring Felicia Scorpio up to speed on the situation, so Felicia's mind will immediately go to comatose Maxie Jones. Felicia will wish she could tell Maxie that her deceased husband is back, at least if he's the real Nathan. There'll surely be some doubts about whether Nathan is the real deal, so a DNA test to confirm it might be coming up. Whatever the case, Felicia will no doubt want to keep James West in the dark until they know more. James has never met his father, but he's heard lots of stories about Nathan. Since Nathan's return could affect James deeply, Felicia will want all the facts before she even tries to explain all this to James. As for Nina, she was blown away when Britt came back alive, but she'll be even more shocked over Nathan seemingly doing the same thing. However, there'll be concerns about Nathan's injuries from the truck accident. Since Nathan's head got knocked around, some memory loss is possible and could add to the confusion of all this. Britt will find out about Nathan's hospitalization at GH, but was she already aware of her brother's survival? If Nathan has been the one bossing Britt around on the project she's been working on, that could be why Britt will deal with some guilt. Britt may have to play dumb and pretend like she hasn't been keeping Liesl and Nina in the dark. Meanwhile, Portia Robinson will have a discussion with Isaiah Gannon, who'll continue to wish they could be more than friends. Isaiah is willing to back off and respect Portia's wishes, but that won't stop their burning desires. Speaking of burning desires, Trina may sense some of those between Curtis Ashford and Jordan Ashford as well. We'll see Trina interrogate Jordan and question Curtis at some point too. In addition to quizzing Curtis about his bond with Jordan, Trina may wonder about his whereabouts the night of Drew Kane's shooting. Now that Drew's on the mend and feeling stronger, he'll be ready to pass along some fresh instructions. Look for Drew to make some other bold moves as his recovery continues, and perhaps try to make trouble for Michael Corinthos. However, Michael will take some time to mourn Monica Quartermain, along with plenty of other Port Charles residents. In a two-part memorial event, Monica's life will be celebrated as everyone says a heartfelt goodbye. Thanks to Martin Gray's shady phone call, it looks like Monica's long-lost sister could show up and be played by One Life to Live alum Erica Slezak. General Hospital spoilers say the Quartermain clan won't be pleased over this surprise arrival, so stay tuned for updates on all the explosive tension. Here is your General Hospital spoilers sneak peek video for the week of September 22 to 26, 25. Life and death collide in Port Charles this week as a man appears in the ER who looks exactly like Nathan West. Anna and Dante need to get to the bottom of things without alerting Nathan's family to what is going on. However, Britt will now be working in the ER again, so it might be hard to keep this news from her, that her brother could be alive. Liesl would be in more shock than she was when she saw Britt, considering that 2 children returning from the dead over the course of 2 weeks is just a bit too much. However, Nina appears overjoyed, so she may learn about her brother-cousin and have Jay back in her life. Meanwhile, Britt realizes that her new Pascal-free life in Port Charles is not all she thought it would be. She finds a package on her bed with her meds, so she knows that whoever she was working for is still out there. News about Monica's death spreads throughout Port Charles and General Hospital, with Lucy learning what happened when she pays a visit to Monica's house and drives Tracy bananas. Port Charles citizens gather at the church to pay their respects to Monica. Jason and Tracy look like they may lose it, but they have to get through the day and the agonizing eulogies. And so do we. Expect flashbacks galore, going back nearly half a century as a legendary soap opera character is laid to rest. Monica will then turn with the rest of the Quartermain clan, joining her husband Alan, her son AJ, and her daughter Emily. When Tracy goes to visit the mausoleum after the funeral, she finds a mysterious woman looking at her mother's name, Lila Morgan Quartermain. The woman is played by One Life to Live legend Erica Slezak, but it doesn't look like she will be playing Lulu's boss, Victoria Lord. So, how is this woman connected to Monica? September 22nd was a memorable day in soap opera history as Kate Roberts busted Sammy Brady as Stan on Days of Our Lives. The late Billy Miller assumed the role of Billy Abbott on Young and Restless. Jason Morgan and Samantha McCall tied the knot at the Noodle Buddha on General Hospital and more. Join Soap Opera Digest for a look back. In 1997, General Hospital's Sonny Corinthos left Brenda Barrett at the altar. In the lead-up to their long-awaited wedding, Sonny was nursing misgivings about whether marrying Brenda would be a mistake, given his dangerous lifestyle, and was plagued by memories of the violent death by car bomb of his first wife, Lily Rivera, and nightmares of Brenda also dying. Jason tried to reassure Sonny that both he and Brenda would be safe, but Sonny was unconvinced. He told Jason that he needed to leave Brenda in order to save her. At the church, Brenda was confident that Sonny would show up. Brenda walked down the aisle, even though the groom wasn't present. The church doors opened, and she turned around expectantly, expecting to see Sonny. But instead, Jason was standing there. Brenda's smile faded, knowing what was to come. Sonny wound up slipping out of town, leaving Brenda behind to nurse her broken heart. In 2005, Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, R. derailed Sammy Brady, Alison Sweeney, and Lucas Horton's Brian R. Dattalo wedding on Days of Our Lives by exposing the bride's stint as Stan and her unholy alliance with Tony DeMira. The ceremony got off to a dramatic start when Belle went into labor. Then Kate burst in, dressed as Senna. Sammy fainted, and when she came to, Kate removed her costume and gleefully revealed the dirty details of Sammy's time posing as Stan. Devastated, Lucas told Sammy off for her deception. "You're dead to me," he bellowed. "I just hate you, and you disgust me." Sammy ran out of the church in tears. Kate's triumphant smirk faded when Lucas denounced her, as well, blasting her for destroying his family. In 2008, the late Billy Miller made his young in 2013 when he made the decision to leave the Genoa City ranks. He told Soap Opera Digest, "I have to tell you that this job has been the single most rewarding professional experience of my life. More accurately, it became the backdrop of any and all growth I've achieved personally and what I've hoped to reach as an actor. This studio, these actors, this crew became home." As much as I love this home, sometimes you have to go out alone in the world and discover what you are missing, what's meant for you. I think I always knew that. The following year, the actor joined the cast of General Hospital as a recast for Jason Morgan, who was eventually revealed to be Jason's brainwashed twin, Drew Kane. In 2011, General Hospital's Jason Morgan and Sam McCall wed at the Noodle Buddha. Originally, they were supposed to have a more traditional wedding, with Maxie Jones as their wedding planner. But after Jason spied Sam in her wedding dress, and the couple acknowledged how overwhelmed they felt, the lovebirds hopped on his bike to get a break from all the drama surrounding the nuptials. They wound up in the Asian Quarter at the Noodle Buddha and impulsively exchanged vows by the restaurant's proprietor, an ordained minister. Their friends and family were in for a big surprise when they showed up at their actual wedding and revealed that they had eloped. Lynn Herring is always a delight as General Hospital's Lucy Coe, through the best of times and the worst of times. Today, Herring is having a best of times moment in real life as she celebrates her birthday. Herring was born on September 22, 1958, in Enid, Oklahoma, but grew up in Virginia, where she became Miss Virginia USA in 1977, before becoming fourth runner-up in the Miss USA pageant later that year. After graduating from Louisiana State University with a degree in psychology, Herring moved out west to pursue a career in acting. Not long after, she began landing roles. She had an uncredited part in the flick Roller Boogie in 1979 and went on to have episodic parts on shows like Matt Houston, Tucker's Witch, and Quincy M.E. In 1986, Herring landed the role of meek librarian Lucy Coe on General Hospital, who turned out not to be so meek after all. She has been a Port Charles fixture ever since, even bringing the character to the spin-off series, Port Charles. Herring's other soap roles in between GH stints include Lisanne Gardner on Days of Our Lives and Audrey Coleman on As the World Turns. Herring was married to fellow soap star Wayne Northrop from 1981 until his death in 2024. They shared 2 adult sons, Hank and Grady. After Northrop's death, following a battle with Alzheimer's disease, Herring resumed work on GH, where she continues to shine as Lucy. This year, Lucy has tried to navigate deception drama that she has unknowingly brought on herself via her friendship with Gen Z Sidwell. Through the years, Lucy has been involved with multiple romances, including relationships with Kevin Collins, Scott Baldwin, and most recently Martin Gray. In 2023, Lucy was presumed dead for several months, but was just being held captive by Victor Cassadine. Anna Devane and Valentine Cassadine finally rescued her. Lucy remains a Jill of all trades in Port Charles, dabbling in real estate, cosmetics, writing, and even a little vampire slaying when the situation calls for it. Also next on GH, Britt feels guilty, Anna and Felicia debrief, and Drew issues new orders, in addition to Lulu seeking out Tracy. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, September 23, 25 will also focus on Martin making a mysterious phone call. Monica's death is hitting Port Charles and especially the Quartermains hard. Tracy and Jason are already struggling with their emotions and reflecting on their time with Monica. Tracy and Monica's relationship over the years has been turbulent, complicated, and dramatic, but they truly ended up in a good place. Tuesday teasers show Lulu seeking out Tracy. Lulu knows this is a difficult time for Tracy and will want, no need help, to be there for her. Meanwhile, Martin makes a mysterious phone call. This has to do with that letter he found hiding at Drew's house, right? The kids at the Quartermain mansion had used it to color on, but on the other side, Martin read it and tucked it away. Fast forward to Monica's passing, and suddenly he makes a mysterious phone call that must involve that letter. This is probably the reason why Erica Slezak pops up in Port Charles at some point this week. In GH's weekly video preview, Tracy opens up the crypt and sees her mysterious character. 2 gunshot wounds in his back aren't apparently going to stop Drew Kane from being Drew. Neither is finding out about Monica. When Drew issues new orders, what are they? And who carries out said orders? In other news, Britt feels guilty while Anna and Felicia debrief. Maybe Britt finds out what Jason is going through right now, and that somehow causes her guilt to flare up. Or she continues to feel the guilt for not telling her Mutter that she was alive. As for Anna and Felicia, their debrief probably involves they have to wonder who this patient really is, and with Britt's faked death and Nathan's death possibly being faked, the police commissioner and the private detective patient advocate may bring up a dreaded name. Cesar Faison. The ABC soap shines when it comes to its younger stars and its pets. General Hospital has been firing on all cylinders lately. One reason is because of the kids and Outback the dog. Throwing Outback back into the mix adds a little more fun, love, and compassion to the show. Josh Kelly recently revealed what it was like working with the adorable beagle on set. It's easy to see that everyone in Port Charles, even Anna, loves Outback. Like with Annabelle, the Quartermain dog, Outback has quickly grabbed the hearts of GH fans. A fan on X called Outback a scene steal. The kids in Port Charles are also giving fans something to talk about. GH has cast some incredible talent to bring life to the younger generation on the show, and it's working like magic. As SoapHub reported, Scout is breaking hearts with her sadness that her father, Drew, continues to ignore her. The way Danny is fighting for his sister has fans and us loving him. Little James has also been breaking GH fans' hearts while keeping us entertained. According to one fan, James's recent scenes with Cody and Felicia over his guilt about Maxie made him more interesting than Willow. On a happier note, Donna continues to leave us laughing out loud. She did it again when she asked Gio, "How's my favorite nephew?" That little girl knows how to deliver a hilarious one-liner. Not to be forgotten are Rocco and Charlotte. These two bring their A-game to every scene. From Charlotte moving on from calling Valentine to them searching for Outback and bonding over Rocco's Brit, Burke and Carr are ones to watch. It was Monica's house. Alan gave it to her. What happens now? It's going to be a week to remember Monica on General Hospital. Leslie Charleston's death marks the end of an era. When the dust settles, one question will remain. Whose house is it now? With Monica gone, Tracy is now the lone matriarch of the Qs. The sisters-in-law were at war for many years, but their relationship eventually grew into something special. Everyone knows that Alan gave Monica the house, but the logical next owner would be Tracy. Monica always had a special place in her heart for her son, Jason. He was clearly the favorite before the accident that changed him forever. Even after he lost his memory and went to work for Sonny, she never gave up on him or their relationship. It would be no surprise if he inherited the Q mansion. Monica adored Michael. Carly and Sonny tried to keep their son away from his biological family, but he became a true Quartermain while also staying a Corinthos. Michael was his grandmother's connection to AJ, and it is assumed he will get the house. Everyone hates Drew with good reason. He has become the most evil person in Port Charles and is out to get Michael. Not to mention, he tried to have the Q crypt with the deceased family members demolished. Even Monica had had enough of him and threw him out of her house, so why would she leave it to him? Chances are, she didn't. but she may have done it out of guilt. We all know that the amazing Erika Slezak is arriving in Port Charles as Monica's long-lost sister. The shocker may be that this mystery woman will inherit the house. If that happens, what will she do with it? Is she good or is she evil? This all remains to be seen, but we will get the answers soon. Who do you think this week on GH, Port Charles says goodbye to Monica? The General Hospital spoilers video preview for the week of September 22nd, 25 is here. Find out what dramatic and heartbreaking situations will happen this week in Port Charles. According to the video preview's dramatic voiceover, this week isn't just big, it's game-changing. You won't believe what's coming. At the heart of the sneak peek are some hellos and one heartbreaking goodbye. First up, there are quick shots of Lucy, Dante, Lucas, and Anna, and they're all looking appropriately emotional. When the narrator says it's game-changing, we see a Nathan lookalike in the hospital. He's the guy that Lulu found in Friday's episode. He was unconscious in a vehicle after an accident. While the voiceover states, "You won't believe what's coming," there's a montage featuring Jason at Monica's funeral, Felicia in the Nathan lookalike's hospital room, and Britt, who suddenly received her much-needed medicine along with a mist. Ria's note saying, "Don't forget to take your medicine, C." Is that C for Caesar as in Faison? Is this why Monday's teasers suggest Britt is shaken? And are we about to find out who Britt has been working for? More quick shots include a crying Nina. At Monica's funeral, it seems like Laura and Jason are looking back at someone surprising who may have just arrived. After a shot of Portia and a classic image of a toasting Monica, Tracy opens the doors to the Quartermain crypt, and there she sees someone who looks a lot like legendary One Life to Live actress Erika Slezak, who apparently starts airing this week on GH. "Who are you?" Tracy demands to know. That's the other game-changing development of the week. Who is Slezak playing? More importantly, what does she have to do with Monica and the Quartermains? Let's talk Rocco. The Britch is back on General Hospital. That would be Britt Westbourne. She's back from the dead. She's already reconnected with Jason, Nina, and her very angry mother. But the person Britt really wanted to know more about was Rocco. We've been waiting for this for almost a decade. Lulu and Dante froze some embryos. Britt stole one, implanted it in herself, and passed the baby off as hers and Patrick's. She called him Ben and raised him for almost a year. But then the truth came out, and Britt handed Lulu and Dante's child over, only making a small face when they renamed him Rocco. Rocco found out about his origins from Brooklyn, as part of her feud with his mom. Lulu was furious. She feels the same now. She asked about him back when Sonny and Jason were talking about taking Rocco to see Santa. Now that he's old enough to make his own decisions, no matter what Lulu thinks or how bad he's proven to be at it, it makes sense that Britt would want to reconnect. This is an emotional, character-driven story deeply rooted in GH's history. It's exactly what's so badly needed right now. Go get 'em, Britt. For fans of ABC's General Hospital, a fascinating disconnect is playing out between a beloved actor and his increasingly debated character. Cameron Matheson, known for his charismatic portrayal of Drew Kane, is a fan favorite off-screen. Yet, his character has struggled to find solid ground with audiences, leading to a creative disaster in slow motion. Now, as Matheson navigates a deeply personal transition in his own life, speculation is mounting that his reality could soon influence his character's fate. Matheson recently shared the poignant experience of becoming an empty nester, with his children beginning university abroad, one in Paris, the other in London. He spoke of the quiet solitude that follows a summer of cherished family moments, a universal pain that resonated deeply with his followers. This vulnerability stands in stark contrast to the on-screen portrayal of Drew, a character many viewers feel has become a narrative void. Once a figure of mystery and integrity, Drew's recent storylines have been criticized for lacking emotional depth and consequence. His near-fatal shooting, for instance, could have been a pivotal moment for character development, but instead became a non-event, leaving fans frustrated. This intersection of real-life vulnerability and on-screen stagnation has created a perfect storm of speculation. Fans critical of Drew's direction see Matheson's personal journey as a potential and welcome exit ramp for the character. The logic is simple. An actor so devoted to his family might naturally choose to step back to be more present during this formative time, providing a graceful conclusion to a character arc that has lost its momentum. While Matheson himself recently assured fans during a live stream that he's just not going anywhere just yet, and that Drew is not being killed off, the underlying creative issues remain. The goodwill Matheson has earned as a person doesn't automatically transfer to a character who feels increasingly adrift in Port Charles. Online forums are filled with comments lamenting that Drew's scenes often feel flat and that his presence seems forced into storylines where he has little organic connection. The challenge for General Hospital's creative team is clear: bridge the gap between the compelling, relatable man and the character who has lost his way. Without a significant evolution or a storyline that taps into the emotional richness Matheson is clearly capable of, Drew Kane risks remaining a placeholder. For now, viewers watch and wait, caught between supporting an actor they admire and hoping for a narrative shift for a character they believe has run his course. Whether Drew Kane finds new purpose in Port Charles or Cameron Matheson finds his priorities pulling him closer to home, something has to give. Every so often, it seems that General Hospital is tipping its hat to romances of yesteryear, and Gio and Emma might be the best slow-burning relationship in a long time. The chemistry is there. The attraction is there. But both have had so much going on in their lives, they've only barely had time to have each other's backs. It's the kind of slow pacing that good soap stories have always built upon. When they first met, Gio was a super straight-laced violinist, and Emma was the bad girl. But as she mounted protests to help save the Quartermain crypt from destruction at the hands of Drew, Gio sprang into action to help her. You could see early on that her fiery spirit piqued his curiosity. At the nurses' ball, when Gio overheard the fact that Dante and Brooke Lynn were his biological parents, he almost lost his mind. But Emma was there as a calming presence to support him. She didn't force him to do anything or confront his feelings, just let him simmer and stayed on hand in case he went off the rails. The more they've hung out, the more you can see the sparks flying, but they haven't been quick to rush into anything. Emma is also a woman on a mission, looking to take down Professor Dalton, whom she believes is experimenting on animals. Because she has a criminal record, Gio was willing to step up and be the one to break into Dalton's lab to uncover the truth. While that didn't happen, they've also had another reason to bond: the cute doggy, Outback. Since Gio's been living with Emma and Anna, they took the stray in only to learn that their apartment building has a no-pets policy. Thankfully, Rocco was able to take in the dog. When Outback went missing, the two found a moment where they almost kissed. Almost. Yes, patience is tough when you can already see the chemistry crackling, but the longer they hold off, the sweeter it'll be when the dam finally breaks. Gio and Emma aren't just filler, they're a reminder of why fans stick around. Here's everything you might have missed this week on GH General Hospital spoilers for the week of September 22 to 26 tease a heartbreaking goodbye and a confusing hello. Obrecht refused to forgive Britt for faking her death. Chase discovered a receipt for a wire transfer of $1 million to the judge in Drew's safe. Drew hired Martin to get the PCPD not to search his safe in exchange for dropping the investigation into Stella. Ed Turner informed him it's too late and that they found the receipt. Sonny thanked Brick for planting the receipt in Drew's safe. Sidwell told Marco the judge's death was his fault for ratting out his plan to Drew. Jason reunited with Carly. Brennan prevented Joss and Vaughn from working together in the future. Molly confided in Elizabeth about her dad leaving town. Ava made it so Willow accidentally found out that Nina was secretly paying for Rick to represent her. Willow confronted Nina and Nina tore into her for letting Drew control her life. Jason lent an ear to Britt and told her some things about Rocco. Lucas told Ava that Britt is alive. Gio comforted Emma after someone found Outback's collar. But no Outback. Then later, Cody discovered Outback at the stables. Willow showed up to the Quartermain mansion with Scout on the first day of school, so Gio asked Sonny for reward money for the person who finds Outback. Then Dante showed up, and the two slowly began to bond. Lulu told Charlotte she could have a visit with her father if she wanted. Molly agreed to keep Cody's secret about having a dog. Jason reported Monica's death, then he and Tracy mourned their matriarch together. Jason broke the news to Michael that Monica passed, while Tracy told Ned and a Brooklyn. Danny fought Drew to let him see his sister. Then later Elizabeth told Drew that Monica died. Gio found Outback at the stables with Cody, despite Cody's desire to keep the dog. After Lulu helped an accident victim, he was revealed to look just like Nathan. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.